They never saw you coming, did they? Quiet, unassuming, moving when they weren't looking. That's how you got here. And now they're watching, waiting for you to slip up, to become predictable. But predictability is a cage, and you were never meant to be caged, so stay. Unexpected, let them underestimate you. Let them forget the danger of a mind that moves in silence, because the greatest power you have is that they never see you coming. Stay. That way, every word must carry weight. Let them linger in the air like smoke, curling around the listener's mind before dissipating. There is power in silence, the pause between sentences, the breath before the next thought. Speak as if you are revealing secrets, not shouting them. The voice should be a low hum, a vibration that settles deep, impossible to ignore. This is not a performance. It is a conversation in the dark, where only the truth is spoken. The rhythm is deliberate, unhurried, each syllable placed with precision. The listener should feel the words rather than just hear them. There is no rush. The impact comes from the spaces between, the unspoken tension. Let the tone be velvet wrapped around steel, soft but unyielding. The quieter you speak, the more they lean in. The more they lean in, the deeper it cuts. This is how you hold them, not with force, but with gravity. The voice does not plead. It does not demand. It simply is. An immovable presence, a whisper that echoes. The listener should feel as though they are being drawn into a confession, one they did not realize they needed to hear. The art is in the restraint. Never give it all at once. Let them chase the meaning. Let them unravel it in their own time. The mind clings to what it must work to understand. This is not about being heard. It is about being remembered. The tone lingers long after the words are gone, like the aftershock of a distant storm. There is a difference between speaking and imprinting. One is noise, the other is permanence. The great trick is to make them believe they discovered the thought themselves, that it was always there, waiting. The voice does not persuade, it unveils, and once something is seen, it cannot be unseen. The images must breathe, slow, deliberate, like a predator moving through tall grass, unseen until it is too late. Shadows stretch, light cuts in sharp angles, nothing is soft. Every frame is a painting, a moment frozen just before the storm breaks. The chessboard is not just a game, it is a battlefield. The pieces move without sound, strategy unfolding in silence. The viewer should feel the tension in the stillness, the quiet before the strike. Animals are not just animals, they are reflections. The wolf in the fog, the hawk circling, the serpent coiled. They do not rush, they exist. Patient, inevitable, the camera lingers on their eyes, their stillness. The message is clear. Movement is not always progress. Cities at dusk, half lit, half hidden. Streets empty, but not abandoned. The sense that something is coming, always coming. The viewer should feel the weight of anticipation, the pull of the unseen. Hands are important. A hand placing a chess piece, a hand turning a key, a hand clenched, then relaxed. They tell stories without words. The color palette is deep, muted. Blacks, blues, burnt gold. Nothing garish, nothing loud. The world is a stage, and the lighting is always dramatic. The camera does not jump. It glides, it prowls. It makes the viewer complicit, as if they too are part of the hunt. Reflections are powerful. Mirrors, windows, puddles. Anything that fractures reality, that shows what is and what could be. The viewer should feel like they are being watched even as they watch, and when the screen fades to black, the afterimage remains. Time is an illusion. The mind fills silence with its own fears, its own desires. Let it. The slower the burn, the deeper the scar. There is no need to rush. The words unfold like a map, one corner at a time. The listener must lean in, must strain to catch every syllable. This is how you own their attention, by making them work for it. The pause is the most powerful tool. It is the space where doubt grows, where anticipation coils. A sentence left hanging is more potent than one completed. The rhythm is a heartbeat, steady, relentless. It does not quicken. It does not falter. It simply is, a metronome of control. The mind rebels against emptiness. It craves resolution. Deny it. Let the silence stretch until it becomes its own language. The pacing is not slow. It is exact. Every moment has purpose. Every second is a calculation. The listener should feel the weight of each word, the gravity of each pause. This is not a performance, it is a ritual. The great trick is to make them believe they are discovering the meaning as you speak it, that they are uncovering it, not being told. The words do not march, they stalk, and by the time they realize they are caught, it is already too late. This is not for everyone, this is for you, the one listening, the one who knows. The words do not address a crowd, they slip into the ear of the individual, as if spoken in confidence. The tone is intimate, almost conspiratorial. Use you like a blade, precise, surgical. The listener should feel seen, exposed, as if their deepest thoughts are being pulled into the light. The hook is not a question, it is a statement, a fact. They never saw you coming. No room for doubt, no room for argument. The best hooks are not loud. They are quiet truths that unravel the listener from the inside. The voice does not ask for attention, it assumes it. It speaks as if the listener has no choice but to listen. The hook is not in the words alone, it is in the delivery. Slight smile, the knowing glance, the unshakable certainty. The listener should feel as though they are being let in on a secret, one that changes everything. The greatest power is in making them believe they were the ones who thought it first, and once they believe that, they will never forget you. Do not close the loop. Leave it open, jagged. The mind craves completion. Deny it. The last words should hang in the air, unresolved. A sentence trailing off, a thought unfinished. The listener should feel the absence, the itch of something left unsaid. The screen fades to black, but the words linger, they burrow, they fester. The ending is not an answer, it is a key left in the lock. The viewer must turn it. The greatest stories are not those that end, but those that continue in the mind long after the telling. Leave them with a whisper, not a shout. The quieter the ending, the louder it echoes. The last image should be a question, not a statement. A shadow moving just out of frame. A door left slightly ajar. The viewer should leave not satisfied, but hungry, because what is remembered is not what is said, but what is left to imagine. And imagination is the most powerful force of all. They never saw you coming. That was your first advantage. The world underestimates the quiet ones, the ones who move without fanfare, who strike without warning. But now they're watching. Now they're waiting for you to slip, to fall into rhythm, to become just like the rest. Predictability is the death of power. The moment they can anticipate you, you've already lost. The game is not about being the loudest or the fastest. It's about being the last one they suspect, the last one they see. Stay quiet, stay patient, let them believe they have you figured out, let them grow comfortable in their certainty, because certainty is the enemy of vigilance, and when they least expect it, that's when you move. The wolf does not announce its presence, the storm does not telegraph its arrival. True influence works in silence, in the spaces between actions, in the shadows where no one thinks to look. This is not about deception, it's about discipline, the discipline to hold back when others rush forward, to listen when others shout, to act only when it matters most. They will try to label you, to define you, to fit you into their understanding of the world. Let them. Definitions are cages, and you are never meant to be caged. The greatest power is not in being feared, it's in being unexpected. The moment they think they know your next move, you've already lost. So never let them see the pattern. Never let them trace your steps. The world belongs to those who observe, wait, who strike with precision, not to those who flail in the noise, desperate to be seen. You were always the outsider, the one who didn't fit, the one they overlooked. That was never your weakness. It was your weapon. Now the choice is yours. Will you let them pull you into their game? Will you let them dictate the rules, or will you remain unseen, untouchable, one step ahead? The moment you play by their rules, you lose. The moment you crave their approval, you've already surrendered. The game was never about them. It was always about you. So let them watch. Let them whisper. Let them think they have you cornered, because the truth is they never did and they never will stay that way.